I never thought I'd be on a voyage through the dark void of space, hurtling away from everything I knew. But here I am, on this cramped ship, where every sound echoes and my thoughts bounce around like the loose tools floating in the cargo bay. Not much room for comfort up here. I often find myself staring out at the endless expanse, trying to remember what Earth felt like. The mission was simple enough: gather data from a distant star system. I was one of 6 crew members, each handling their own role. I was tasked with monitoring the ship's systems, which sounds more cinematic than it is. Mostly, I just stared at screens and made sure nothing exploded. We launched 3 months ago. The first few weeks were filled with excitement. Training modules, calibration tests, the camaraderie of shared meals, and laughter over synth granola. But as the novelty wore off, isolation sank in. I could only take so much of the recycled air and artificially lit corridors. It started with the signals. One night, while going through telemetry data, I noticed a fluctuation. At first, I thought it was a glitch, but the readings were consistent. It felt too strange to ignore, so I brought it up in our daily briefing. "I think we're picking up something unusual," I said, trying to keep the tremor out of my voice. Max, the mission commander, raised an eyebrow. "Unusual how?" He leaned back, folding his arms. "I'm not sure yet, but there's a pattern that doesn't fit our expected noise. It could be interference, but it feels like a message." The room fell silent. There was a mix of skepticism and intrigue on their faces. Sophia, our engineer, shrugged. "Could just be space junk, cosmic background noise. It messes with our systems all the time." But I couldn't shake the feeling that it was more than that. For the next few days, I monitored it closely. The signal was rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat. I found myself listening for it, waiting for the familiar pulse to break through the static. I shared my findings with the team, but they continued to dismiss my concerns, urging me to focus on my job. One night, unable to sleep, I decided to access the backup systems. I was curious about the signal, whether it might offer some insight into our surroundings. As I delved deeper, I came across a series of logs, some written by previous missions. Their accounts were eerie. They described strange signals too, often leading to missions turning back or malfunctioning.